The following is a DW Ancient Egypt production. Due to the long reign of Mentuhotep II, his son and successor, Mentuhotep III, was already of old age when he came to the throne in 2010 BC. The king continued maintaining a defensive attitude toward the northern frontiers and looked to the First Cataract for trade. In year 8 of his reign, Mentuhotep III assembled an expedition to the area of the Wadi Hammamat. The Wadi Hammamat is a dry riverbed in Egypt's eastern desert that was a major mining region and ancient trade route east of the Nile. This region had been mined for fine black stone since the beginning of Egyptian civilization. In fact, the Narmer palette, as discussed in Episode 3, originates from this area. The Hammamat would eventually become a major route from Thebes to the Red Sea and then to the Silk Road that led to Asia, or to Arabia and the Horn of Africa. This 130-mile journey was the most direct route from the Nile to the Red Sea, as the Nile bends toward the coast at the western end of the Wadi. The expedition seems to have been the first in the area for some time, since his steward, Henenu, took 3,000 soldiers with him, and that was only after local rebels had been cleared from the road by other troops. Henenu sank a total of 12 wells en route and recorded a long inscription of this successful expedition into the Wadi Hammamat before returning to Egypt. After his death, Mentuhotep III was most likely buried in the cliffs to the south of his father's great tomb at Deir el-Bahri. Little remains there except for a causeway that apparently ends at a sloping passage going into the rock. Mentuhotep IV, who succeeded the throne in 1997 BC, is ignored in both the Saqqara and the Abydos king lists. Not much is known about the king. He sends his vizier and governor of the south, Amenemhet, to the Wadi in search of a fine block of stone suitable for the lid of his sarcophagus. Taking 10,000 soldiers with him, Amenemhet returned it to Thebes. Unfortunately, neither the tomb nor the sarcophagus of Mentuhotep IV has ever been found. The king was most likely never able to use the stone, since it seems that Amenemhet, with the backing of his 10,000 men, overthrew his master and proclaimed himself king. Amenemhet and his 12th dynasty would take Egypt into the golden age of the Middle Kingdom, and that will be the focus of our next episode. Thank you for joining us.